So again, repeating because there was a gap of around 20 days. What is the intention behind kind of this analysis or this visualization? One of the key challenge most of the insurance companies face are carrying out a proper customer segmentation. And based upon that, they have to, and that is a work of a insurance underwriter. In case ICICI or any other company comes to campus, right? One of the key role they offer is of the role of an underwriter. Uh, Not much of finance, but obviously you need certain finance or insurance knowledge along with your data analytics skills, right? Uh, what those guys do, or what is one of the key kind of job role of those underwriters are finding the claims ratio, finding how much people are claiming, who are those people, and accordingly they have to kind of finalize what will be the premium amount they should pay, right? Ideally, what should happen if you are a good customer? So for an insurance agency, what does mean by good customer? That customer who is not claiming a lot, like that customer who is healthy, who doesn't have any issues, who is regularly able to pay the kind of premium charges. Actually, we should take care of those aspects also, whether that person is a business guy, a salaried person, or a self-employed. Uh, so those are the few aspects. What is the like cities, or what is the average kind of salary per year? In case we have those details, ideally we should consider in our visualization. But we do not have those details as of now. So whatever we have to work with that. So the challenge, like I said, you have to kind of this is a very small data set of 1300 customers. Ideally it should be around 50,000 or 1 lakh or more than 1 lakh customer data set, which you have to work on and find out which customers are much more profitable to you, which customers are kind of risky to you, and accordingly you can kind of put a much more premium amount of charges. Let's say there is a smoker, you know that there is a 100% guarantee, and he or she has a higher BMI, right? And this data set will tell you that there is a 100% guarantee that that person is going to put a claim, right? So in that case, you can always think that those are the risky customers and additional charges should be put for those customers. So that is our end objective, right? To help management to take certain decisions. So for that, we have gender data, whether the customers are male or female, that data we have. Then their smoking habit, whether they smoke or not, yes or no, that is again a binary data. Then we have the age details. For each of customer, we have the at what age, particular age, we have that details. Then we have the details of body mass index, right? BMI, that is basically your what is your weight divided by height. Then obviously they like kind of do certain calculation to put it into index form. Then charges, uh, whether they have claimed insurance or not. Insurance claimed is one means they have claimed, zero means they have not claimed. Okay. Then claim amount, in case they have claimed, what is the amount they have claimed so far, and how much premium charges they have paid to the insurance agency, right? So these are the details what we have been given to us. So last class what we did, we tried to find out segregate customers gender wise, what is the claim ratio, right? So how much like male customers have claimed, how much female customers have claimed. Only thing what we have seen as of now is whether they have claimed or not, right? We have not got into how much is the claim amount, right? Whether in the female, if I look into female customers, right, around 57% female customers have made a claim, where 43% have not claimed. Similarly, male is around 60%, right? So we just give those kind of get an idea about what kind of customers we have. Similarly, smoking habit wise, so here it is clearly differentiated. If some customers are customers, 90% of them are claiming. So that means 9 out of 10 customers, if they are smokers, there is a chance that they are going to make a claim, right? So here again, I am repeating, we have only looking into whether customers have claimed or not, how much insurance premium charges they have paid, or what is the claim amount we have not considered so far. We will consider that in a today, whatever calculation we are going to do. Same thing age wise. So what we see, age is a like kind of a continuous from around 21, 22 to till 63, 64. Rather than looking into that many 40 or around 41 age group, that many age criteria, can we reduce it, right? So that's why we started creating beans, right? Basically beans are categories or groups, right? In each group how many people. So think about any company, right? So it won't be possible to create a custom plan or a insurance plan for each age. Rather than that, they'll be happier, they'll be able to create an insurance plan for a particular age group, right? 20 to 30 or 30 to 40 or something real, similar to that. Then I had asked you to create a BMI wise, children wise. Have you completed or not completed? Anyone who has not completed? If not, please do it quickly. It will take 5 to 10 minutes. Same processes, whatever we have done in the last class. Complete the BMI wise kind of classification of your customers, whether they have claimed or not, and children wise, right?
Sir, can you explain how to do the pin?
How to?
To that pin, BMI pin and age pin. So
Same
because
thing like you did for the age, same thing. Same approach like you did for age group, right? Same steps you can do that for BMI. Okay, anyone who has completed, please raise your hand. Or who knows that will be able to complete. So we had already done for age, smoking habit and gender wise in the previous class. And I had asked you to complete this. In case you have not done, that is not an issue, but at least you should be able to do it, right?
So I did not do the bin thing, but just BMI I have done.
Okay. No, at this point of time, if in the next 5 minutes, are you able to complete it without any help?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so do it. BMI wise and children wise, please do it quickly. Same thing, BMI wise, like I mentioned, like you created your groups for age, right? Similarly, you have to create groups for BMI, and again, the processes are same. Then the children wise, children, obviously, there are only five, maximum 5 children in the our data set. You need not have to create additionally bin for that. So please do it quickly. I have already completed. Anyone having any issue who is not able to complete this?
sir, for BMI pin, what should be the parameter, pin group parameters, right?
That is up to you, right? So I do not have any hard and fast rule that you have to do that, right? So these parameter options, that is something you can put on your own, right? So you need not have to follow, okay, these are the only things you have to put, right? So that is something you can change, right? You need not have to follow anything. Okay, anyone who has completed at least the BMI wise? Okay, Jatin has completed. Anyone else? Okay. Once you complete, please raise your hand. So once I know that okay, maximum of what you have completed, we can move on to next. or in case some of you are still finding difficulty, please let me know. I can do it again. But what I want you to try on your own, right? Because this is not a theoretical subject. I'll explain you and you will remember something, right? Unless you do it on your own, it won't help you. See, if you write in your CV Tableau, somebody is going to ask you what you can do in Tableau, right? What are the options you know, right? And some of them, if they have already used Tableau, they'll get into details. Last year, it happened for one guy. So that is something again. Yeah. If you are writing something in your CV, you have to be very careful. Like you should be well aware about at least. I'm not telling you it should be very advanced level, but at least above average, right? Anyone facing any difficulty? I hope my objective, what I've asked you, is clear. Like you did for the age bin, we created age bin, and we created the different kind of insurance claim percentages, right? Same thing you have to do it for BMI, right? Body mass index.
So,
Yes.
I didn't do the bin one. I just did simple BMI.
Yeah, just if I've done that, just change it to change BMI, go there, right click on the BMI and create a bin. Create a bin.
Okay,
Then
sir.
to that bin, you can connect a parameter. Same thing, same approach. We did it for age, right? Same approach. What happened to others? Only 5 people have completed.
So, but my graph is different than yours.
Yeah, have you created a bin?
Yes, sir.
What is the bin size?
Oh, sir, I did not specify the bin size as yours.
I have put a bin group parameter for that.
Sir, yes, I have also something different than yours visualization. My
Oh,
bin
yes, sir.
size is 10.
Yes, sir. So it is because of the parameters, the minimum and maximum size.
Sir,
That's why
can you please tell again how to create that bin?
Okay.
In
Okay. So BMI wise, BMI wise, let's do it again. So what I said, BMI, we have to same approach like we did for age group, right? So I'll take BMI to columns, then change it to script. Okay, I need not take it there because I'm directly going to create a bin. Right click on the BMI, create bin. Okay. So because I have already created one bin, so name automatically coming is 2. Size of the bins. So as of now, whatever is given there, just keep it like that, 1.60 or whatever is coming, keep it like that, right? So what I've created, like for age, so we had created a parameter, right? So I created a bin group parameter. I'll create another parameter. Right click, create a parameter. Bin parameter. So remember what we discussed about. So these are the 2 points what we had discussed in our last class, right? Bin basically which helps us to create groups, right? So I can just create a rather than creating parameter, I can go to this BMI bin pro, edit, size of the bins, I can just mention, let's say 5, right? Okay. So what will happen? I have created this group. I'll go here, PMI bin, then so this is the distribution of BMI kind of BMI group wise. What are the people, whether they have claimed it or not, right? So what I did, I created a simple bin, right? I have not created a parameter. I have not shown you that. I just created a BMI bin to what are the values I gave there. If I go there and see size of the bins, I have given as 5, right? Then put OK. Then I took this BMI bin to the columns. Then count value, right? This session 3 insurance, that file count number of candidates and number of customers, right? I took it into the rows, right? Then insurance claim, remember what is the like kind of that element or that data is basically a binary data, right? 0 or 1. Somebody claimed 1, 0 means not claimed, right? So that I dragged into colors because I want to show whether somebody claimed insurance or not, right? Into 2 different colors, right? So I dragged that insurance claim into colors. So if I drag directly, so let me show you again. If I just drag that insurance claim to colors, it is showing a continuous value because I know that it is a binary value, 2 groups, whether somebody claimed or not, right? I'll change it to dimension and discrete, right? So everybody is able to like complete up to this point or any doubt?
So we can change the parameters up to our convenience, right?
Yes, yes.
Like what we
That
want,
is up
what
to
the
you.
question demands.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Anyone who's not able to complete this, again, this is the repetition of what we did in the last class. Same thing we did for the age group, right? Okay. So then we'll do a quick table calculation because we want to know the understand the percentage, right? Quick table calculation, percentage of total, edit, hold down. Okay. So this is here, I have not still used the parameter, right? I have created a simple bin of size 5, right? Then I have just taken the insurance claim as a color. Blue means not claim, orange means that group have claim. Then I have done that table calculation. That means those people who have a BMI of 15 to 20, right? So this starting point is 15 to 20. Out of that, if I see the ratio is around 28% have claimed, 71% have not claimed. And as your BMI index increases, just look into how your, yeah.
So can you please repeat the quick table calculation part?
Yeah, just right click on the this count file, do a quick table calculation, percentage of total, right? Change that to again edit table calculation, table down, right? In that column, right? So table down means, so how your in your table how your rows and columns are there. Rows are across, right? Columns are down, right? So if I take x and y axis, how your columns are? Columns are in y axis, right? Down. Rows are in x-axis. So that is the meaning here. So why I'm clicking table down? That means my calculations would happen in such a way that the column total percentage is 100%. For that column, that means that 15 to 20 age group, whatever number of customers are there, I do not know. Let's say 10, 50, 30, 100, right? So that will be taken whole as a 100%, and out of that, what is the percentage, right? So that is the meaning of table down. So for that to happen, what I did a quick table calculation percentage of total. Then later on, I did that edit table calculation and I changed that to table down. Is it clear or any doubt?
Yes, sir. It is coming on my system, but color is not visible.
Which color?
Sir, the yellow and blue color. I mean, the orange and blue color.
Yeah, so that is not for the table calculation. That for that insurance claim you have to take into colors. Take insurance claim into colors.
Okay, sir.
Drag this insurance claim, that is the 0 and 1, right? Then once you drag it, make it a dimension and display.
So,
Yes.
so in my case, only across is showing, not down.
So which one you have selected? Percentage of total, right?
No, sir, I picked difference. That's why. Okay, sir.
Anyone still having issues?
Sir, how to rotate that label?
Yeah, just click on the label. Okay. So here if you go right, alignment, automatic here. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else having any issues? I hope everybody is able to complete this. Okay. So
Yes.
this is the like kind of BMI we have created with a static, right? With a fixed bin size, right? If let's say my client or my customer or my management wants to understand, why don't you create a BMI gap of 10 or 15, right? So rather than taking a gap of 5 width of this histogram taking as 5, why don't you take a 10 or 15? Then let us see, right? Because here what will happen for each 5-page BMI index, I have to have a plan. So let us not do that. Only create 3 kind of differences, BMI differences. That means maybe a 15 or 20 BMI each, right? So in that case, so it need to be dynamic, right? Rather than again you are creating a chart, separate histogram, separate bin, right? So that is where the need of parameter, right? Parameter makes these bins dynamic, right? So for that, I'll create a bin group parameter. Have I created? No. Okay, I can just show you this one. So I've created a bin group parameter, right? So, or let me create another one. So right click on this blank space, create parameter. Okay. So I'll say that, okay, this is a BMI parameter. And so I'll take a range, minimum, maximum, step size. Again, repeating, what does minimum, maximum, step size mean? Whenever I'm creating a histogram or this kind of distribution, right? What is my minimum value of the like distance or the width, right? And what can be the maximum width, right? So it is not the like where does your BMI starts. It is the for that width. So how much when you are creating a distribution or when you are creating that histogram, what will be each width? What is the minimum width size, right? So we have started creating a 5. Let us take that 5. Maximum, let's say 30 or whatever you want to keep, and a step size of let's say 5. Okay. Again, you can try with different numbers. It is not that you have to only take 5, 30, 50, but remember that it cannot be infinite, or it cannot be minimum cannot be 0, or minimum cannot be 1, or step size again cannot be 1, right? If you take 1, 2, it will take a lot of time, right? It will take a lot of space, right? So intelligently you have to put those numbers. I hope everybody understand what is this minimum, maximum, and step size value. These are your width of the histogram, right? whatever you are going to create, and it will change. So we have already created a histogram of 5 wood, right? But management wants to create a histogram with a 15 wood, right? So BMI differences of 15 each, right? So in that case, my parameter is going to help me. So first step of using parameter is create a parameter. So I created a parameter. Then I will associate this parameter to my bin what I had created, right? So I'll edit this. So rather than a fixed bin size of 5, right now I'll go and put a BMI parameter of 3. Then I'll go again, right click, show parameter. Now what happens? Agent, when I change my bin size, my histogram is now changing. So now whatever my management wanted to see, if I create a width of 15, so now management clearly knows anybody more than 45 BMI, they are 100% is going to claim, right? So they are the highest risk group. Anybody having a BMI above 30 to 45, they are above average or medium kind of risk. 15 to above 15 to whatever 30, right? So they are kind of a low risk, having a claim ratio of 41%, right? So this is what we can, or if I just little bit reduce bin or the distance as 10. So this is low, medium, high, very high. That is the kind of ultimate. You need not have to put any insurance for those group of people having BMI of greater than 50, right? So this is the highest risk, right? I can create this kind of groups dynamically. Is it clear, or anybody having any issue? Okay. So if not, let us quickly jump into. So we did not create a dashboard. Again, like same thing, you can just drag whatever you had created, right? Let's say I'll not create the gender first. That is not the most. So remember when you are creating, so that point, your left topmost left part of your dashboard should be the most important criteria. For us, it might be BMI or the smoking habit. So let me take the BMI ones first. Gender, smoking habit. Gender. Search. So these are my 4 kind of charts what I have created so far. I have created children, but I have not showing it here. So what will happen? We can make this chart dynamic. We'll click here, use as filter. Click here, use as filter. So all the chart what we have created and dragged it here, right? We are using all them as filter. So here, if somebody wants to know what is the kind of how my customers behave, those customers who are like, let's say, male only, right? So once I click here mail, all other charts automatically will get changed, right? So under mail, if I look into the smoking and non-smoking habit, non-smokers around almost 50 percentage claims ratio. For smokers, it is around 91, 92 percentage, 8 percentage, right? Then similarly for each age group, those male customers on each age group, I'll be able to find the kind of what is the claim and non-claim ratio. Same thing I can do it for the female customers also, right? I can do it only for the smokers only. So those customers who smoke across different age groups, across gender, they have a obviously high kind of claims ratio. Or I can just look into this is the BMI, right? So those people having BMI index of 25 to 30, right? What is if I just want to look into those customers? What is the kind of distribution of those customers? Or I can control and put 2 groups, 3 groups together, and accordingly my distributions visualization will change, right? So this already we did earlier in some other exercise, how to create a dashboard. Anybody having any issues creating a dashboard? Dashboard is nothing but whatever visualization you had created earlier, those 3 or 4 visualization, right? You just have to put into this blank space, and for each of those chart, just click that use as filter. So if you go here, right? So there is something called use as filter. For all of those charts, if you just click, right, all of those charts or all of those visualization will get connected with each other. Okay. Any issue? Anyone having any problem? Yes, Arpan.
Sir, when hello?
Yes, Arpan, go ahead.
Sir, when I am just clicking the mail part, all other charts are getting orange.
Getting?
All other charts are getting the color orange.
And that should not happen. So have you put any filter like smokers or something? If you have selected smokers, it might happen. Go to your charts, individual visualizations. Is the smoking smoker or some filter? Have you used that? In that case, it might happen.
Oh, these are all same with yours.
अभी तो हल्का हो गया है बोल पहले कितना सारा था बैग
Yes, Ashwin, please keep yourself on mute. Just
All
share
the
your
charts are same, but only in the dashboard it's getting. Okay, I'm sharing.
No, you are clicking on the you are not clicking correctly. Click on the blank space. Yeah. No, blank space. Anywhere you click on this. Yes.
Yeah,
Just click that. Click there.
It's not working.
outside the dashboard outside the
Click the escape button. Yes.
So you just click on the mail, like wherever it is written mail, click on that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You can close your share. Okay, so this part again, it is basically repetition of what we discussed, beans and parameter we discussed in the last class. So same thing we repeated today. So let us jump into the next part, right? Creating sets and Arpan, is there any other question? Okay. Sets and groups and sets, right? So those are the two things which we did not discuss in our earlier class. So let us try to understand through an example rather than, and later on we'll get into the what are the differences between groups and sets. So we have something, the geographical data, we'll use it now. Take the state, put it into the workspace. Okay. So this just shows the map of a Indian map, right? The different kind of state which is mentioned, right? What there is no other information which is available, right? What I'll do, I'll just take the customer information, put into detail. So what does it show? Each state wise, how much customer data is available here, right? Is there any? So for me, one unknown is showing. New Delhi is not getting recognized. So what I did, I just did this count the number of customers into the details so that if I hover around on the map, I just know that how many customers each state has, right? Starting with Madhya Pradesh 27, Chhattisgarh 28, like that. Almost only I think West Bengal 99. So these are the distribution of customers, right, across different states. Whatever data I have available, right? This is again a sample data. Now what we need to understand is what we have not done so far is we have two information about claim amount. If some customer has claimed, right, how much they have claimed, and obviously for all the customers, what has been the premium charges, right? How much premium amount as a company we have collected, right? So imagine for an insurance company, what does a profit means? Profit means revenue is basically the premium charges what they collect from the customers. Cost is whatever premium charges claim amount they are paying to the customers. So my revenue minus my cost. I have not considered taxes and all those things. Just if I'm taking this revenues and my cost, that will give me my overall profit, right? Obviously, on that taxes, depreciation, and all those things will come into later on. But at this point of time, I just want to understand what is my gross profit, my total revenue for each customer. What is my revenue minus the claim amount in case that person has claimed. So that is the profit, right? So let me just calculate the profit. So for that, what I'll do, right click, create a calculated field. Did I create a profit? No, I have not created profit. So profit is nothing but my how much charges I have that customer have given so far, right? Minus claim amount, right? So profit for that company for each customer is the charges. Charges are nothing but the premium amount that customer has given so far minus in case that customer has claimed, what is the claim amount, right? Okay. Right. So now I have created one more thing called profit. So now where does this thing called group comes into picture, right? So what we'll do, I'll take
Sir,
this. Yeah.
sir, your map is showing means filled color, mine is showing dots. So how to
Yeah,
do
just
that, sir?
go to show me, click on this. Okay. So what I can do now, I will take this profit and I want to understand my most profitable customers are coming from which states, right? If my management wants to understand which are the states on an average are giving me much more profitable customers. Right? So I'll take this profit, put into colors. So this is again taken as sum of profit. I don't want sum of profit. I want to understand average profit. So I'll change this measure sum to average. Okay. So because this is a profit is a continuous value, right? I have just used the single color. So that this is one question you have to always ask yourself whenever you are using visualization, what will be the use of color, right? So what kind of color you will be using, right? So that is something, if you remember, we discussed in the first class itself, right? Sometimes you have to make a judgment about what color will be, may not look great, but will be able to load quickly in the page. It is not taking much space, right? If I start using for different kind of profit amount, average profit amount, different color altogether, right? So there will be a 5-color palette or 3-color palette, right? It will take much more space, right? Rather than that, I'm using a single color with different hues, right? Light blue to dark blue, right? Dark blue means more profit. So, as I can see, Assam, Mizoram, so northeastern part of countries, right? So I'm getting an average profit around 13,000 rupees, right? If I come back to Odisha, the average profit is around 7,556, right? So this quickly will show to my management which are the states, right, are much more profitable, right? And which are the states are which are less profitable, right? Everybody is able to complete this.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Which parameters did you use for profit? Can you please show?
I calculated profit. So profit is basically my claim, whatever charges I have, customers have paid, right? Charges minus claim amount.
Okay, sir.
Anybody who is not in this page, we have just simply drag this state, the map into, we have created a map. On that map only, we have whatever we have calculated as profit, right? So that is the only thing we have done. We have not done anything extra. Okay.
Sir, sir, how you edit that state, means that city Delhi
Yeah.
in
So
your,
wherever your null or error is showing, right click on that. So edit locations. So your data rather than New Delhi, it is not available in the Tableau. It is not, New Delhi is not there. Nearest space is Delhi. So I put Delhi.
okay, sir.
So anyone having any issues? I hope all of you have completed this. So now the question is, if management wants to understand, and they have not in the, if in the Excel file or the information, they have already given the region, right? Northern part, southern part, eastern part, western part, or central part of India, then it is good. You can already create that itself in the visualization, but they have not given you that data. But now management suddenly comes back and says, this looks good, but again, it is very clumsy because we are looking into 20-25 states. Why don't you do one thing? You put it into region wise, right? In that way, we'll be able to better visualize. Keep this state wise, but again, create something region wise and create 5 regions: northern, southern, central, western, and eastern part of it, right? So divide India into 5 regions and show me the average profit for each region, because accordingly our sales people, regional sales offices are there, and they'll be able to improve their sales and marketing strategy, right? If they're not making profit, why they're not making profit, we can compare, right? So that is where we'll be using something called grouping, right? So there are 2 ways to do the grouping. I'll show you both. First with the difficult one, then the easy one. Not difficult, a little bit of time taking it will take. So let me name this first as state wise. Okay. So I'll just copy this because I'm going to use the same thing. Not copy. Okay. So now to create a region, right? We'll go to state. Okay. Right click on state, create group. Okay. Right click on state, create. So what we have done so far, we have created calculated field, we have created parameter, right? Now we are creating something called group. So group is something like whenever we have multiple in under dimension, there are a lot of categories are there and we want to group them all together, right? So we can use this group, right? Let's say for that COVID, whatever data set or whatever that dashboard, let's say your continent details are not available, right? Continent wise, if you want to understand, let's say that column was not available, right? So you can use that. So you will combine different countries into one single continent. Same thing here, right? We do not have the region data in the Excel file. So we are trying to create the region data by creating group. So first one, let me create, starting with the eastern part. Sorry. So eastern, when I say I'm taking the northeastern states also, those 7 sisters together. So put control and click on those state names. In case you miss also not a piece, not a issue, we can add them later on. At least whatever state you can find as you believe that those belong to eastern part of India, right? So select them, control and click on them, right click, group, right? So I'll name that as eastern. Then western. So Madhya Pradesh also I can put into. Okay, let Madhya Pradesh be the only state.
Sir, if we select on map and then group, it will be faster.
Yes, so that is the other way. So there are two ways. So that is the other way I was just talking about. So these are the 5 for central location. I've only taken Madhya Pradesh. So these are the 5 regions what I've created, right? So I'll name the region as region. Okay. State group, rather than writing state group, I'll write that region. So now what happens, rather than taking it as state wise, right? So what we'll do, we'll take region. So this is the eastern region. Average profit is 9,981. Madhya Pradesh, if I take that as only central region, right? So that is a very less 6,300. Northern is 10,297. Western 10,000. Southern 9,646. Right. So in that way, if I take region wise, my western kind of region is giving me the
Sir,
yeah.
the color gradient here is very less. So can we change it?
Because the profit almost all of them are lying around 9,000, 10,000. Maximum I can do a two graded color. That also I don't think that will help, because almost all of them are close to 10,000 or 9,000. There is only so there is a stark difference between almost all the regions are close to 9,000. So if you look into this 9,600, 9,900, 10,297, 10,100, and suddenly central region is 6,219. Right?
Sir,
Yeah. Yes.
so means you created this chart again by taking region, right?
Yes. Yes. I removed state and I created region wise. Okay. Anyone having any doubt on this? Okay. So this is the like kind of work of a group, like Subhajit was mentioning. The simplest way is, rather than going into that detail, right? I can just control click on this. So I want to create a. So let me. So that is one way to create groups. You can do it little bit easier way. Control and click whichever areas you want to select. And just I'll add that later. Sorry, I got disconnected. So I guess I missed a few of them. Go to this. Goa will go to Gujarat Maharashtra. Again, you can rename them and same thing like what we did earlier, right? So rather than creating and selecting here the names of the states or names of those locations, right? You can directly click on that map and create different groups. Okay. Anyone having any issues here? So either way, you can create groups. Then again, you can drag this profit to the color and okay. So that is about the group. Next part is now let's say your management says that okay, you created region wise and it is not actually visible.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, how to again edit that group, those groups?
go to whatever group you have created, state group, right? Click on that, edit group. So this option will be available. So how did you create? You created by clicking here, by creating group, or on the map itself you started selecting the states.
So on the map itself.
Okay, so there will be some one group, state group would have been created. Right click on
Yes.
that and edit. So you'll get this information. Then accordingly, like if you have missed certain state, like I had missed Goa to include in the western part, right? So take Goa and put it, whatever, whichever states you have missed from your side, you can arrange them, rearrange them, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I hope everybody is able to create this kind of regions, right? So that is the usage of group. Now the question is like same thing what Omkar was asking. This is not at all visible, right? Only one state is very kind of low profitability. One region is very low profitability, and other regions are basically uh, very like almost similar profitability, right? So now your management comes back and says, okay, that is true. Why don't you create a visualization where I can know uh, like profitability those states who are let's say profitable more than 9,000 or 8,000. I can only want to see those states, or I want to see the states where number of customers are more, right? So accordingly, I can make a sales or marketing plan for that. So wherever customers are, let's say more than 50,000 or 60,000, let us try to target those states. Right? So now the usage of state will come, right? So let us try to do that. We'll create certain states. Sorry, certain sets. Okay, we'll create two sets and we'll combine them together. Okay, so on the right click on the state, go to create. So remember why we are doing this, right? There is a requirement of visualization from the management. So they saw the region chart. It is not at all uh, giving a clear differentiation. So they want some additional visualization. For that, we are going to create that, right? So we'll create a set. Okay. So what is our condition? So we'll say that the first condition will put. So those states who have kind of count of customers, right, greater than equal to. So in this case, particularly like we have only 1,300 total customers, right? Imagine that each customer is basically 50,000 or 60,000 customers, right? So here 50 means let's say 50,000 customers. So wherever it is more than 50, right? Okay. Again, I got disconnected. I was at this page. I hope my screen is visible. Anybody who is having difficulty to see my screen? Okay, so what is our criteria? We want to find out, select or segregate, say, kind of states who have much more than 50 customers, right? So how does this set works? So whenever I'm telling that I'm creating a set, right? So I'm putting a condition. So those kind of elements, those parameters, those customers, or those kind of states. In this case, I want to like segregate, or I want to divide states into two groups. Basically, those states having more than 50 customers, or those states having less than 50 customers, right? So it is basically in and out. So if the conditions are met, so those states will be in that group, in that set. So that is in. Other states who are not meeting that conditions, they will be out of that set, right? So that is the condition of creating a set, in or out. So in our case, the condition what I'm putting, the count of customers is greater than or equal to 50, right? Then this is my customer count set. So this is one set I've created, then I'll create another set. Okay, let me try to visualize this first, right? So what I'll do, I'll take this average profit out. So I'll try to visualize this customer count. So if you see, blue ones are the in. So those are the states which have customers having much more than 50, right? In this case, it is 99. And those are the states who have.
Sorry,
Gray.
your voice is breaking, sir.
Am I audible now? Let me switch up my video. Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
So like I said, what is the condition of set? Those states having more than 50 customers, right? So those states are in that set. So those are the blue ones, and gray ones are the ones who have less than 50 customers, right? Everybody is able to get this, why we created this set and what this set is doing. Anybody having any doubt? So if you see, the blue ones are the states having 99, 99, 100, 99 again, 99. Almost all of them have 99 customers. And gray ones are around very less, 27. All of them are around 27, 28, 28, 27, 28. So 20, around 30 customers. And those are the states who have more than 90, 99 customers, right? So that's what it created, two groups. Then we'll create another set. So right click on the state, create set. So now what we'll do, the condition is profit amount is, what is the profit? Average profit amount is greater than equal to, let's say, 9,000. Okay. So this is the profit set. So those states who have more than 9,000, average profit is more than 9,000, those will fall under this set. Okay. So now let me look into visualize this. So I'll take this in and out of the colors, and I'll put profit set into colors. So if you see, these are the states, right, who have. So there are states who have less customers, but still they are profitable, right? Average profit is much more than 9,000 rupees, and these other states have profit of less than 9,000 rupees, right? So this is another way to visualize this, right? Now company wants, why don't you combine them both? give me the states who have more than 50 customers and on an average profit is more than 9,000. So how will I do that? So that is where the use of combination of set comes, which is not possible in group. So group is basically on the single dimension only you have to work. So you worked on the state dimension. So on that state dimension, I can mix different groups, but I cannot take state and mix with other some profit or something else, right? Which is possible on the this kind of set. Here, what I've done, I have created profit. There is a separate set which is created for profit. There is a separate set which is created for customer. And now my management wants to understand, give me a segregation of those states who are kind of more than 90 kind of visualization, more than 50 customers, and on an above average 9,000 profit, right? So I'll create in any one set, select this, create combined set, right? So I'll name this as customer count. Profit. So this is a combination of customer count and profit set. So these are different kind of joins which we'll discuss in the next class, right? And this is one kind of, whenever you will be using many data set, more than one data set, right? So the concept of joining will come. So that is the same concept of the SQL. We will cover in detail in the next class, right? So that is the agenda for next class. So, but anyway, like what does this means is whenever so it is already written here, right? If I select this, all the members in both sets, I do not want that. What I want is the commonality, right? I want to find those states who have more than 50 customers and who have a more than 9,000 average profit, right? So I'll select this common. This is the inner join. So I'll select this, create OK. So this kind of set is created. So now let me visualize that one. So both customer count and profit are joined together to create a new set. So what does this in mean? So these are the 5 states: Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and Punjab. These are, and New Delhi, right? So these are the 6 states, right, who have more than 50 customers and average profit is more than 9,000 rupees. Out of those 20 or 25 states, we have only these 6 states who have more than 50 customers and have more than average 9,000 profit, right? So this is the usage of set. Anybody having any issues completing this?
I got stuck in the set division, like
Set?
subtract set. And after that, how do we get the entire set? Like, can you show the edit, create a combined set part?
Yeah, so click on any set, right? You have created 2 sets. One is for customer count, one is for profit set. Right click on any set, then there is something called create combined set. So once you click on this, one set is already selected, customer count. The other one you have to select, profit set.
Yes, sir.
Then select this shared members in the both the set inner join, because we want to find the commonality, right? We want to find those states who have meeting the both the criteria, above 50 customers and more than 9,000 average profit. Anybody who is not able to complete this? Okay. So these are the 4 important things, kind of basic and important things of Tableau, and it has lot many usage: bean, parameter, groups and sets. right? These are the four basic aspects or four minimum things you should know in Tableau. Next class we'll start with the join. So when we discuss 2 or 3 data sets, if you want to work together, right? We'll discuss something called joining, then blending, then we'll try to work on that COVID data set, right? And obviously we'll come back to this insurance data set. 1 or 2 things I wanted to show. So that's about it. Any last questions before I close? Okay, before we have another 5 minutes, I will show you something else. Okay, so then we have discussed so far how to create this kind of visualization and how to take that into dashboard, right? What we have not discussed is the story, right? Then what is the usage of story, right? Story is basically when you want to summarize something for the management, right? Rather than management looking into the dashboard, clicking here and there, you as a business analyst or a data analyst, right? You want to create this visualization and create a story point for that, right? So what I'll do, I have clicked on this story. So story is the last, like a book cover, it is being shown. So first one is sheet, then next one is dashboard, the last one is story. Click on that. So we'll use the whichever recently we created as a story point. We'll take this, which one? Straight right. We'll drag it here. So this is like a story is basically to create summarized point of your visualization, right? I drag this, so I'll say here. So there are 6 states. Whatever names I can give. Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, not Haryana. Then Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Greater than 9,000. Okay. So what happens here? Management do not have to go to your dashboard, look into. So whatever insight you want to create, right? Like this, you can create a different story point, right? Like a storyboard type. So let's say I want to create another one. So I can duplicate it if I am using the same thing, or I can create a blank. So here, let's say I'll take another one. Let's say which one? Children wise. Customers having. So let me take the BMI wise, because I'll create another one. Customer having no children. Basically customers as the claim percentage is around 80.6%, right? Then I'll create another one blank, and here I'll take the BMI wise, the revised one. Customers having BMI better than 50, right? 50. How this much claim percentage is 100%. Right. So what happens here? Rather than dashboard, you can just show a storyboard, right? And you can write your own insights about it, right? So that is what a business analyst or data analyst does, right? So from this chart, what is my insight, right? I can just write down, then I'll create a storyboard like a PowerPoint presentation, right? 10 or 12 storyboard or story this point, and each of them will show one chart or one visualization with a certain insight, right? So that is the usage of storyboard or story point, right? So you try to create on your own, right? Whatever visualization you have created, try to get certain insight and try to create a storyboard out of it. Any doubt on this? Okay. So if not, I'll stop here for today. Next class, we'll spend half an hour around to discuss and understand about different joins. That is one again important concept of joining and blending. Then we'll kind of go carry out certain exercises which you have not covered so far.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I
Excuse
missed
me,
my
sir.
attendance.
Yes, sir.
So I missed my attendance as well.
Send me an email. Just put your roll number and send me an email.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.